Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hamvention 2020. And of course, this is a wonderful surprise because we thought that Hamvention was cancelled for this year because of the coronavirus pandemic, and so it was very exciting to get the news just a few days ago that the city of Xenia in Ohio had decided to go ahead with the event after all. So. Having received this news, naturally I hopped on the first twin-engine biplane from nearby Croydon Aerodrome and flew to the Wright Brothers Airport in Dayton, Ohio, and so here we are today at Hamvention 2020. A little quieter than usual. Normally there's more people around, but as you can see, the sun's come out and everything. Usually there's more people around, but nevertheless there's quite a lot going on. So it's been a little muddy in places. There has been some rain, and it's been a little bit muddy, but nevertheless we've got through that okay. It's not too bad today. The weather's looking quite reasonable, so I thought we'd do a little tour of the flea market, and possibly indoors as well, just to see some of the things that are going on here at Hamvention 2020. So without further ado, we'll head out into the flea market and see what we can find. Okay, well here's a fairly typical Hamvention flea market table. Let's see what we've got here. Well, there's a lot of fairly amateurish looking stuff, the kind of stuff you might expect some radio amateur to make while locked down or otherwise socially isolated or something like that. But yes, there's a proper radio over the back there. That's a Yaesu FRG7 receiver. Yes, rather nice. And here, this is rather good. This has all the trappings of a rather excellent competition crystal set, shortwave crystal set that might have been used in some contest, probably around about 20 years ago, something like that. So that's rather good. Moving on, there's a small transmitter here. Nice old microphone. I like that. The usual container of control knobs. What are we? Homebrew attenuator, RF power meter, and gadget. And this is very interesting. This is rather good. Yes, yeah, I know what this is. This is an old-fashioned plug-in power supply from the valve era, and you can see that these became popular again around about the 1980s, because any guitar effects pedal using transistors plugged into one of these obviously immediately sounds like it has valves in it, and this gives you the valve sound that you want. Okay, so that's a typical Hamvention collection there, but of course, as you know, the good stuff is always in the box that's hiding under the table. And here we are. Here's the box. All items 50 cents, and usually these things are just full of old bits of wire and stuff like that, and cables and so on and so forth. But occasionally you can find some treasure in these, so it's well worth looking at. Right. Here we go. This is interesting. This is a rare Stradivarius mandolin, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, these are quite unusual. Definitely a Stradivarius. Excuse me. Excuse me. Have you got the bow for this? No. You see, this is the problem. You find these old Stradivarii, but no bow. They haven't got the original bow that goes with it, so this makes it almost completely worthless. But a nice find nevertheless. What else have we got? into here. Oh right, yes. Oh yeah, this is a common enough find here at Hamvention. This is a remote control for a time machine, and of course what happens is that people unfortunately sit on these and send their time machine off to another time, and if you're lucky, you send it backwards in time. You might be able to go out and find out if it's still there, waiting for you, or because if you're unlucky, you press the plus button. You send it off into the future, and you have to wait before you can recover it. So a lot of these remote controls hanging around. Now let's just see if there's anything else in here. Oh, hang on. Yes, I think. Oh yes. Here we go. A genuine gold ingot. Well, that's quite lucky. Yeah, a rather nice genuine gold ingot that you can sometimes find in these boxes that have been 50 cents. Yeah. Of course, the thing is that what most people don't realise is this is Confederate gold, and therefore it's not legal tender, and therefore almost worthless. But obviously, it makes a nice paperweight, rather heavy to take back on a flight to the UK there. So I think I'll probably leave that for somebody else to find. Well, okay. So that's an interesting collection of old items, 50 cents, yes, and the stuff on the table there. Now, moving on. Oh, here's one of these people selling antenna towers. Well, here's something that we regularly see at Hamvention. It is, of course, one of these absolutely magnificent antenna towers that they sell out here. This one, as you can see, is absolutely huge, stretching off into the sky up there. Sadly, far too big to take home with me, but far too big to have at home as well. Of course, I'll never get permission for such an enormous construction. Excuse me. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to afford one of these for home use? If only we had the space. But very nice. Right, as you can see, here's a lovely, very high 40-meter dipole, Yagi array rather. Wow, what wouldn't I do to have one of those at home? Unfortunately, of course, far too big for normal use for the British. I'd have to get special permission to run that, but that's rather magnificent construction there. Highest quality construction, as you can no doubt see. Okay, well, I'm moving on now to the car boot, car trunk, I should say, area of the Hamvention site now, and see what might be typically on display here. Oh, here's a fairly a typical display of radio equipment for sale. Some nice old radios here. There's a what's this? There's a trio at the front there. That's nice. A Yaesu FRG 7700. Yes, that's looking rather. Oh look, there's another FRG 7 over the back there. Very popular. These old receivers, very good indeed. And here is well, obviously a very high quality radio of some variety. Yeah, nice dial on that, and some valve monstrosity over the back there. So yeah, this is all very very typical of Hamvention quality equipment. So that gives you an idea of some of the things that are sort of available here in the car park section of Hamvention 2020. As you can see, there have been some major innovations in the micro miniaturization of mobile amateur radio in these modern times. Okay, well it's raining outside at the moment, so I've come indoors just to get out of the rain, which is of course traditional at this time of year, and here I am at the Yaesu stand, always very popular at Hamvention. I'm looking at the latest Yaesu equipment that's available. There's a nice antenna tuner there. Oh look, and an FRG7, a good old FRG7. Now. Of course, the re-release of the classic FT101 has proved extremely popular, and so Yaesu have decided to re-release a lot of their old equipment, including apparently the FRG7. So you know, lots of people will want to queue up to buy a new one of those. And a little more up to date here. There's a right up to date with the FRG 7700. Receiver, very nice bit of kit there, very smooth action on the tuner dial there, and some handhelds, there's a Yaesu hat. There's one of the traditional Yaesu hats. May I? Yes, you're sure? Yes. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I do like to collect the Yaesu hats. Yes, the very latest in handheld equipment. There's a VX2 and a VX7R, very much like the VX7R that I'm carrying with me at the moment. Nice to see these classic designs still in common production. And here's one of the new Yaesu economy range handhelds, and very popular they are too. So that's really nice. So yeah, a good show of equipment there, and the traditional Yaesu hat received. Excellent. Well, making our way back into the grassy area of the flea market here at Hamvention 2020, and do I see in the... Oh yes, there's a familiar sight, the bright colours and guitars, of course, indicating the stand of Lemon and Jerry, who are always here every year. I can't see them here at the moment, probably out and about somewhere. I'll catch up with them later, but a couple of very nice guitars there. The brightly coloured one, no doubt one made by Lemon herself. Shows all the classic signs of high quality construction. See what else we've got here. We've got the usual collection of guitar cables and so on and so forth. Rather nice little valve amplifier there. Yes, that's very attractive, very nice. And there's a rarity. An old valve tremolo unit. Don't see many of those nowadays. And of course, being valve very popular. What else have we got? There's a modern effects pedal. It looks very much like the one I made for Lemon a few years ago and gave to her as a gift. Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Maybe they've fallen on hard times. But yeah, very nice indeed. And I see there's a few few gems around here. Let's oh yes, there's a few oh, these are empty. A few components there. And oh yes, I should have known. Look, you don't have to look far, do you? Look, there is a genuinely rare old germanium field effect transistor. Sound even more valve than valves when used in effects pedals. Rare as hen's teeth, worth easily $100 or so on the open market. So I'll leave them a quarter and explain to her later that I took that to make good use of it. Okay, so well there we go. I mean, there's another usual magnificent display. Can't see the van anywhere, but I'm sure I'll catch up with them later on. That's very exciting. Okay, well, continuing my look around the flea market. As you can see, lots going on here, and what's this I can see here? This is very exciting. Oh yeah, this is very exciting. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Is this for sale? It is. Yeah. How much? Right. Yeah. Okay. I just happen to have exactly the amount of money here that you just said. And right, so yeah, there's the money. That's great. So thank you. Well, I mean, this is wonderful. Yeah, I'm very pleased to have found that. Definitely. Okay. Well, yeah. Thanks very much. Okay. Well, this is very exciting. I just want to show you this. A lot of people think that the Dayton Hamvention is just all about old gear and stuff like that, particularly out in the flea market. But sometimes you find some really startling innovations. Here we have a folded dipole for the new amateur 6 centimeter allocation. An absolute snip at $120. And I'm really pleased with that, because I'm very keen to get onto the new 6 centimeter band. Obviously, this will have to be mounted on the roof at home, but I think that's an absolute winner. There is, of course, a question of whether it will work when I get it home, but I don't really see a problem with that, because if it doesn't, I can always pass it on to Brian, who always buys a new antenna of some kind when he comes out to Hamvention, and I'm sure he'll be more than happy to pay the going rate for this this wonderful new innovation. That's just great. I'm really pleased with that. Great. Okay, well, I think it's time to find some lunch. So I'm just going to go inside and find some traditional Hamvention food. Let's see what we can find in here. And all right, I'll have a traditional American hobgoblin ale. Yes, that'll do very nicely. So I'll have one of these beers, please, and a foot-long brat, please. Oh, you just happen to have one handy. Well, thank you very much indeed. How much is that? $9.95. Just a moment, please. I think I have the money here. $9.95. Yes. There's $10. Keep the change.
Yeehaw! Big tipper.
Thank you very much indeed. That's well, great. That's lunch sorted then. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short visit to Hamvention 2020. As it's just a short video to show you what's going on and what we've all been missing. Tremendous fun. So, well, this is obviously dedicated to all my Hamvention friends. You know who you are, and I'm thinking of you over this weekend, and sorry that we can't meet up for a whole variety of reasons. A drink to your health, your very good and continued health, I hope. And in particular, I'd like to wish Dick Bath a very happy birthday when it comes. I'll try not to forget it. And in the meantime, keep smiling, keep singing, keep safe, and I look forward to either hearing from you or, until we meet again, seeing you in the not too distant future. So Hamvention 2020, it's been another great visit. I will be on the air on Saturday afternoon, hopefully to make some contacts in the Hamvention QSO party that's going on. If the conditions will allow me to go transatlantic, we'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, very good health and happiness to you all, and to absent friends. Cheers. Oh, that's good beer.